colored folk just can't be running all the time. There comes a time when you got to defend your rights.
In the black town of Rosewood, the only way to stand your ground is to stand and fight. No! From director John Singleton, Rosewood, rated R, starts Friday, February 21st.
Hey everyone, welcome to the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and this is another episode of 1804 Movies. Hit like, comment, subscribe to the channel, the 1804 Show, Chapter 2. Now let's begin. So I'm going to be talking about the movie Rosewood that traumatized me at the age of 8. And when I tell you, like, even to this day, whenever I watch this movie, it takes me back all the way to the first time I saw it. So, story time. It was a Sunday, and we got out of church. My mom took me and my sister to go get some pizza. And we come home, and you know how back in the days when your mama was the only one that had cable in her room and stuff like that. So to make a long story short, she invited me and my sister into a room to watch this movie. So we didn't know what the hell we was watching, but when I tell you that it was a day that I would never forget. Whew. Yeah, so the movie Rosewood is directed by the late great John Singleton, and it came out 1997, but I watched it in 1998 when it was on HBO. And I forget which month it was actually is, but they showed it very frequently throughout the cable network. But I would never, never watch that with my damn kids, I tell you that. But, even as a little kid, right, I was never exposed to racism because I lived in and on an all black block majority. So I didn't know nothing about this movie or the real events to it. But it caught my attention just how real and graphic that it was. And just the fact that John Singleton really made it very graphic and as real as possible. And like I said, I'm 8 years old watching all of this. So nobody ever explained it to me about who was the Ku Klux Klan and racist white folks and bigots. And so just watching it and seeing it vividly gave me nightmares. I couldn't sleep for like a whole week because that terrified me. Just the fact that there's people like this existed once upon a time ago and still exists. But the point that I'm trying to make and convey is the fact that this movie, like as an adult of 20 some and 30 some, 40 some, we can appreciate the cinema piece to this because this is not a easy thing to do. And just the fact just how, they was cutting off ears and shooting people and hanging people, like that something that is a masterclass within itself. But all I can tell you just from my memories and from my heart is that it just allowed me to be aware. Because I know a lot of times parents love to protect their kids from reality, but I'm grateful for my mom now to have exposed this to me at a young age and let me know just how the world truly feel about you being a black boy, but eventually you go become a black man. And this is what they did to black men, women, and children. And you're not exempt from any of it. So I was able to just, learn from it just by, taking this movie with me throughout life. And I just couldn't wait to do this video because I never want to forget about the ancestors. Because a lot of people love to shit on our ancestors like they was all weak, they was cowardly, and that they all didn't fight back. But that's not the case. Most of the cases, they fought, they shot, and killed back. And in this movie, you see Sylvester, you see Man, who played by Ving Rhames, actually fought back. They didn't bow down. They didn't lie down. So it just gives me that sense of pride amongst our people who are strong and who are just courageous. And just to know that this shit really happened. And this is not taught in history books or classes. You know what I'm saying? And this movie is almost 30 years old, but it's just a masterpiece. Like, I can appreciate it now because of what I've done and what it taught me. But as a kid, this is terrifying. This is like a true horror movie. And I know there's like a drama and this and that, and you would say based off true events, but this was a horror movie to me. Anything like Jason and Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, this was fucking insane. Just the fact like how our people was done and still getting treated. And it just really just taught me about grace, understanding myself and understanding that this shit's still going on, but in different ways. We may not be getting killed like that physically, but they is lynching us. And it's going on. It's still happening in a way. You know what I'm saying? And the point that I'm trying to make here is that it taught me so much about who I am. It taught me about what it's like to be a black male in America, but it also taught me about just how strong we are to endure so much for that instance and still come up on top. And I was able to watch most of the interviews and the survivors, you know, they really wasn't able to go back there. They had to start their new life in surrounding areas. But just the fact that this movie was like that, it just really gave you like the sense of you better be grateful and thankful that you weren't born in that time and era. But I really cherish this movie. Will I watch it again? Hell no. But I would say that I cherish this movie a lot because we need movies like this. We need movies that give you that raw, real, and uncut. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, rest in peace to all the actors that played in it. Rest in peace to the director, John Singleton, and to the actors that's still alive. Thank you for delivering one of the best performances of all time. But yeah, y'all, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. The 1804 Shows Chapter 2. I'm out. Peace.